The perfect illusion, Lakindu Kariyawasam.
When I was a little kid, I loved reading Harry Potter. I loved the magical world of wizards and witches. So much so that I'd imagine myself pulling out a wand and drawing a rainbow in the sky. But I didn't live in this magical world of wizards and witches. And yet, little me wanted to perform magic too. And then I remembered there are magicians in real life too. The ones who wear suits and perform in front of an audience. And so I decided to become a magician and a master of the illusion. Contest master, ladies and gentlemen, I set my sights on becoming a magician and pulling off the perfect illusion. I wanted it to be perfect, so it felt like actual magic, and I was an actual wizard. So I got to it. I started watching videos, reading books, and finding out everything I can about magic. I even convinced my mother to buy me a brand new copy of the Royal Road to Card Magic, one of the best magic books out there. So I watched every video I can find, and I read my book from cover to cover. And slowly but steadily, I learned the subtleties of magic. I learned sleight of hand and the art of misdirection. But there was one problem. I couldn't pull off an illusion. So I bought myself a deck of cards and I started practicing. I practiced day and night, and even at school during class. After a few days, the cards started to wear off and rip away at the corners. So I put that deck away and I bought myself a new deck of cards, and I kept on practicing. I practiced and practiced until one night, the first time I pulled off this illusion. I was excited, so I tried again for a second time. But this time, it failed. And then I realized I didn't have the perfect illusion. And I wasn't ready to perform for anyone until I had it. So I kept on practicing and practicing for days on end, and the mistakes started to slowly go away. They didn't go away completely. Every second or third attempt I made, I'd make a small mistake. And this started to frustrate me, because I wanted the perfect illusion, and I was not able to achieve it. I was frustrated so much that one morning, I took my deck of cards and I threw it across the floor in anger and frustration. I just could not pull off the perfect illusion. Maybe being a magician was not. And with a heavy heart, I bent down to pick up the cards I dropped. But as I was doing this, I heard a sound outside, and I went to see what it was. When I did, I saw that my cousins had arrived. Now I love being with my cousins, and I hadn't seen them in a long time. So I forgot all about my anger and frustration, and I enjoyed the day with my cousins. We went outside and we played cricket. Came indoors, we played card games and watched cartoons all day long. And just as we were about to go to dinner, I saw my little cousin, a 6-year-old, who was feeling sad and upset. I wanted to do something to cheer him up. I thought to myself, what can I do to cheer up this little kid? And then I remembered my illusion. Now this time, I wasn't worried about making mistakes. This is just a 6-year-old. He's not going to notice any mistake I make. So I took my deck of cards. I took one out. I knelt down in front of this kid, showed him the card. With a snap of my fingers, I made the card. I looked across at the kid's face, and I could see his eyes were wide, and his smile was as wide as his face. I had a massive smile too. For the first time ever, I'd shown my illusion to someone. While this was happening, I started to notice that the whole family had started to gather round. Now they wanted to see it too. But I wasn't ready to show them my illusion yet. I didn't have the perfect illusion. But I also had nowhere to go. I had to show them this illusion. So, for a second time, I took my deck of cards and I started my routine. This time, I was nervous and I made a mistake. I looked up at their faces, disappointed. It was all over, I thought to myself. But while I looked at them, I realized that no one had noticed. So I just kept on going. And for a second time, with a snap of my fingers, I made the card disappear. I looked across at their faces and I could see the amazement in their eyes. They were amazed that I pulled off this trick. They thought I was an actual magician. I was amazed too. All this time, I'd been trying to pull off the perfect illusion that I'd lost sight of the fact that perfectionism itself is an illusion. It's an illusion that life plays on all of us. Maybe it's you waiting till you have the perfect speech before you get up on the stage. Or maybe it's you waiting till you have the perfect CV before you apply for your dream job. Or maybe it's you at the back, not submitting your assignment sometime because you were waiting until it was just perfect. See, life has this funny way of showing us perfection. It's a bit like this card. And when you see this card of perfection shown by life, always remember that it's just an illusion.